Cadril, it's not my fault. Caster Curse is not a thing. It's not real. It's not my fault. Kazi
He has ult in 3 seconds too.
3, 2, 1. The heals are missed the Q. He's down. That is not my fault. I did not do that. Kazi will go down. But there is a reply. At least Niski picks up one onto Yonghoon. The tower is now being focused. Hillesang's just about to arrive. Maggot Storm is available to him. I think I heard that charge just a second ago. Watch the moments and the tower will stand. Caster Curse doesn't exist. It doesn't exist.
We cannot bring up any players playing well, can we? They're just going to instantly lose their lives. Yeah, Kazi getting caught there. Bit unlucky. I think Astralis probably thought his ultimate was up because it was within 5 to 10 seconds of it coming back up. But yeah, just a bit of a misposition. This is the thing. You get your AD carry ahead. Your AD carry has to get you there Nexus. So he's up in about 10-15 seconds. So we'll see if there's any wards behind. It looks like there's only the wave that he can play on. There's the Kled ult, but it's only to get onto the objective. Are they just going to rush it down and take a 50-50?
While Mad Lions, they don't have to fight this. They can concede it. They've got 3 already. The Dragon Prince fights Kazi. That's huge. Astralis will also have a numbers advantage. Now the Chasey's arrived. Trying to go mega up. Copy, no flash. No, he's taken down. Blown up. Chasey has done it. Finn's now using that pocket pistol to run for his life. Hilly has trailed Chasey, trying to zone away the rest of the members. The leader, 1-1-3, can't find the damage just yet. The crunch, the wallet. Chasey is out, and Mad Lions obliterate the team fight.
Only leader left alive. What is a leader without a team? They're all dead. Cobbett manages to get the kill onto Card. Resource invested to get that kill. And by the time he dies, the rest of Astralis are falling.
Beautifully played here from Astralis all game, from Mad Lions all game long. I just think the draft, the game plan, the execution has to be credited. And I do think a little bit of like anticipation. They kind of felt what was coming from Astralis. You felt the Kled and the Akali immediately. As we do jump on stage, just a quick update. We do have a brief pause here. Yep. See it has come from Astralis. I'll give you an update as soon as I hear exactly what and why. But the draft, the way that Astralis were going to play out, anticipated, prepared for, and Mad Lions had all the answers.
Yeah, they did. I think the Gragas Wukong just shuts down their entire comp. There's not really much the Lee Sin and Akali can do when they're behind. You just constantly knocked up, CC'd. Even Leader with the Shuriken flip got interrupted as he tried to dash onto Chasey. Maybe if they got that kill a little bit quicker, they could buy more space. But Ruby's flash, or that is not. They need to get the Victor sums out now.
Oh, waiting for it, waiting for it, waiting for it, waiting for it. And nothing's gonna happen. Nothing ends up happening. Cadril, was I?
Just no one clipped that out. No one cut out the soundbite of Trevor of the last 10 seconds of commentary. Now Jankos is here to cover, trying to figure out if he can get information on Xerxes, who ran through mid. Limit's still here. Maybe he's just playing in the human ward here. He's put his pink down. Doesn't actually... He did spot Jankos actually, so they know that they're in these... They're gonna go for the kill.
Waiting for
Mercer's here. Ruby just digged over to level 6 though. Do they really want this fight? Level 3 Nautilus?
Well, we're gonna find out. 6, 4, and 5 for Ruby, Mercer, and Jankos. What do you think of the mid game from what you've seen of XL, Heretics over the last 3 games that they played? Because they do feel to me like they're in control of the pace of the game. Yes, it's a small advantage, but more important to me is the skirmishes have gone their way. I feel like they've been a little bit more successful when they have made plays around neutral objectives. Is their mid-game going to be strong enough to carry through the small lead?
I think the worry I have for Heretics is their late game has been lackluster, and they're playing a very scaling-heavy comp that we've alluded to a lot throughout this game. They need to be very careful not to get lost in the chaos. XL will want to fight, they'll want to find skirmishes, they need to play really patient, reserved, wait for items. Not over tunnel vision. And when it comes to these Dragon and Nash trades and Soul trades and things like this is where I think Heretics fall apart. They're playing scared though. Dragon's down to 6k. Odoamne's off to the side. VTO!
VTO! Fight! Unsealed! Followed up beautifully! But the damage needs to connect! They found themselves Ruby! They found themselves Mercer! Odo staying alive on Jack Spectral before he's taken down! 2 for 2! VTO re-engages once more! The stun onto Jack! He's taken down! But it's an ultimate ace for Heretics!
Heretics are going to get the Soul triple kill for Ebby. The Jack showed full tank Sion next to Jankos. Managed to pull them through this fight. No summoners on their carries. Both of them die, but the tanks stay alive.
Everything in the kitchen sink thrown onto Jack Spectra. And it just allowed Jankos and Ebby to tear through XL. I mean, there was just so much happening on multiple sides.
It was chaos, but this is it. This is everything XL had. They had to throw everything onto the carries. They managed to land onto Ruby, which was good. And then the ultimate from Odoamne makes it so he can get on top of Jack Spectre as well. You can see here he dashes through, lands on top of Jack, has both carries on top of him. But it's just a mess. They can't get past his front line. Xerxes and Limit can't even get onto the carries. Jack Spectre's untouched. VTO tries his best here on the turn in just a second with the flash Q. Lands the knockup. They get Jack down, but Jankos and Ebby are just dealing all their base damage. The Sunder, the Jack Show. and they stay alive.
Really nicely done by Heretics. Kedril, you said it in draft. You talked about the composition, you talked about the AD heavy comp, and look at that amount of damage Jack was able to put out despite the threat, at least in the second half of the fight. The fact that he was able to avoid VTO's ult allowed him a lot of time to just fire out that burst fire and allowed him to completely take over the game. The soul goes the way of Heretics. They've won most of the skirmishes. They seem to have a compositional advantage over XL, and that's up to XL to find the Chaos Storm. What can Heretics get from this? The unstoppable onslaught is thrown down. Sion curving around the corners.
Uh-oh, Patrick.
Smack that birdie in the face. That's what Jankos wants to do. Oh!
Smites him just to rub it in. 50 seconds on the AD carry of XL. Baron is up, Elder's up in 45. Is this just a situation where Heretics get the two biggest objectives in the game?
It feels that way indeed. Multiple members of XL, they're going to the Elder. Mercer as well, trying to step in for some vision. But I think XL can start this one, so they will not be able to contest Baron. It has been secured, the second of the game for Heretics. That gold lead ballooning even more. More importantly, though, it's the side lane pressure. It's the empowered minions that are going to give them the control. And for XL, they've now got to flip the burger at Elder.
I'm surprised XL are recalling here. I feel like they have to stay. They have to hold this vision line. If they give up this vision line, the game's basically over. They're not going to get it again. So they have to sit in these bushes, but Patrick's too far, so it's an awkward decision. Jankos is going to chase him down just to stop him from getting to the base to clear out the wave, but Heretics have done it. They've done it on an Elder Dragon 37 minutes into the game. They've dismantled XL.
22 out of the 23 kills Jankos has been involved in. Nearly 5,000 gold of his team's 10k gold is the lead just in his back pocket. And Heretics have been able to take down XL. And Heretics have been able to just about pick up the win. They have to kill the inhibitor, which has respawned. A little bit of trolling here. Patrick will just about spawn, and I still think it is Dunzos here for XL. Heretics turn their attention over to the Nexus, and Heretics pick up their first win of spring.
And what a performance from the bot lane specifically. Evie was getting caught out here and there, but Jack Spectra only one death this game. 8, 1 in 10, I believe, something along those lines on the Zeri. And Mercer pairing really well with Jankos, but it's Jankos again. Just the driving force behind this team. Pick up their first win.
4 games out of 4 that Jankos in particular has looked very good.
I feel like he's the one who called the turn on the bot side Riverfight as well around that dragon to stop them from setting up for it. So, yeah, massive props to him.
It was really, really well played. So congratulations there to Jankos and Heretics. They pick up their first win here of spring. And I hear that Jankos is actually ready on stage with Frankie.
He is, yes. Jankos, congratulations on the win. Why didn't you take things quickly, though, after winning that soul fight?
Huh?
Well, there was a soul fight. You aced the team, and I just thought it was yours then, but we kind of drew things out a bit after that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we inted a little bit, yeah. But I mean, it's not usual. We are kind of dirty.
You never int, do you?
I mean, we like to run it down, yeah. I mean, the game was so long because I died at third Drake as well. But I'm happy that we picked up a win because last week was disaster.
Well, you were involved in 22 out of the 23 kills, as Quickshot just said at the end of that cast. Does your back hurt?
I mean, I think everyone did their role in the game.
Yeah, they absolutely did. Jack Spectra, he had a fantastic performance as well. What has it been like being the experienced player who has to keep the team together during all the pressure that's been on your shoulders on the Rift, but also outside of it as well?
I mean, if I'm honest, I don't think our team is like that unexperienced. At least like Ruby and Evie are quite experienced as well, right? I think the only unexperienced person playing on LEC stage is Jack, and Mercer was there last year already. So I am there for them if they need me, and I try to be the calm guy in the game if there is too much stress going on. But I feel like stress management is something we are trying to work on, yes, definitely.
So if everyone does have experience, then I guess what are those other experienced players bringing to the table apart from obviously their plays in game? How are they also helping bringing the team together?
Like me or them?
Them. Because you're saying you're not just you're not the only experienced player on this team.
Yeah. I mean, they have like good ideas about the game.
But?
No, there's no but. They just have good ideas about the game, right? Like everyone knows a lot about their own role, so...
How do you bring that together then? What's the identity for Heretics going forward? Because it feels like it's a very stable, comfortable draft. Jack and Mercer, they got what they wanted. They got that Zeri Rakan. So is this the kind of thing we're going to see from you guys going forward? The comfort picks, playing your own game?
Okay, so what I would say is that, yes, we need to play our comfort game. And I wouldn't say that we really have an identity right now. Besides, we have to make top 8, right?
They are, but for Fnatic, it's been 49 days since their last win. Will this be it?
Oof, 49 days since Fnatic have won a game. I'm going to just dig the blade a little more. Upset has more wins this year than Fnatic as an organization. And this is a difficult situation to be in. Now, quick update, due to the ongoing illnesses at the Fnatic house, the game will be played remotely from the team's facilities. We are wishing the Fnatic members a speedy recovery. We hope to see them back on the LEC stage soon. That means, of course, BDS will be playing from their own facilities too. We'll have the Teddy Bears on stage. And Cadril, I want to see something different from Fnatic. I want to see an approach to this game. I want to see a proactiveness that I haven't seen over the last week, and I don't know what the answer is going to be.
Yeah, I was watching their Legends in Action thing they do behind the scenes, and apparently no scrims was going well, practice was going pretty decent, things just weren't translating to stage, and they looked really hesitant, and they were frustrated after the games.
Well, we'll find out.
So we need to see confidence
Maybe
where he has started, and to no surprise, it's on the top side. But Razork's doing a very common thing here. What he'll do is he'll finish red, he'll go to Krugs, and then he'll walk into Shio's bot side and try to fight him with Advian next to him. And so he should. Needs to make sure that he can match jungle, make sure that they can use this pushing lane. Are they dead? No way they're dead. There's no way they're dead. Oh my god, you can't.
First blood to Crownie, are you kidding?
This is like,
And-
what? What?
How did that get set up? I can only assume Rocket Grab landed.
They cannot afford to play Caitlyn Lux into Blitzcrank and die level 1. That's just made Razork's plan fall apart. It's made the game fall. What happened? What did Advian do? They just walk up and get hooked?
No.
He's walking past the wave, tanking the wave.
Bruh, even I know that's not cool.
Oh
and
no. Big mistake from Advian, and then Crownie can just swap, even flash to make it even worse. Crownie, the wave's in actually a fine state to the point where Crownie can just base, come back with boots, and he's fine. So now this lane's just falling apart. Oscar might have a solo kill here.
Oscar looking for it.
Oof.
That is such a turnaround for Oscar in it.
Yeah, it is. I thought he was going to flash for the kill there. Massive turnaround. That's the pressure point they need. This is how the side lane should be going. And Razork's now abandoned his plan of invading bot side, and he's moved up towards his top side, threatening Shio's Krugs. They don't have a ward here. Oscar could get caught off guard. If Shio lands the Q, he's going to die.
No. Just after Oscar and it almost picks up the kill.
Oh, it's so unlucky.
He gets jumped on. And Razork is now forced to run for his life. Another kill to BDS.
It's so unlucky, isn't it? Razork is right there, but he doesn't know Shio's backtracked. It doesn't make sense for Shio to be there, right? He just did his top camps. They know he's moving bot. Why is Shio all of a sudden in top tribush? So can't really fault Oscar for that one. Razork has to ward jump out. Didn't have the red buff, it looked like.
I would like to take a brief moment to talk a little bit about Oscar in it. I mentioned it already. Everybody can see that this player is struggling, right? And everyone can see that as an individual, he is being focused, right? Second most amount of time from any enemy jungler in that top lane. I do want to just put into perspective, because the last time that a player had 18 deaths during the first week of the regular season above was back in 2014. So Oscar Renan has had a really tough start to the spring split. I think going onto a champion like Jace, seeing how that early 1v1 played out was a good sign, but it gets so much harder now because he has been put behind and cannot afford to make those mistakes again.
Yeah, I don't want to fault him for that death either. Shio being there was just, oh no, at the end. They can just look for a hook onto him here, but the problem is Crownie's bot, and I think they know that. Fnatic have this mid-jungle early pressure pushing in. Look at the vision on bot side. They have 2 pinks. Fnatic can never really step up past the wave. This is not the
looking top, Cadril. I'm very sorry. That's only because there's 5 members grouping.
It could be a dive, yeah.
Razork's coming up. Realmorph's bringing him 2, so 3 versus 2 for now. Adam's only level 5, no flash. A very big minion wave. This dive has to go well. She is charging up the Q. Adam goes forward to the crushing blow. Defensive flash from Humanoid. Fnatic are on the board. They get themselves a kill. There's Oscar that picks it up. Shio will now be backed up by Nuke. I think he teleported to the mid lane, if I saw that correctly.
Do you know what that is, Trevor? That's Oscar's first kill of the LEC.
Yes! Well done, Oscar! Berlin! Put your hands together and send some love. Good shout out there, Cadril. And also a significant CS advantage.
Yeah, finally a game where he's now ahead and he can start taking over the map. Level 6 now on this Jace, building towards his mythic item. He'll be really strong. But the problem is Adam, when he hits level 6 and Shio when he hits level 6, he needs to be really careful. No flash. He needs to play reserved. As much as he's got a lead, he needs to hold that lead. BDS constantly pushing in bot. Labrov can start moving around. Humanoid lost his flash, so Labrov will be eyeing up that mid lane.
And Cadril, I'm going to be very happy for Fnatic. What you wanted to see from the draft, I think you had some strong words. This is on Humanoid. You want to see Humanoid playing the side lanes, getting involved. He popped that Realm Warp within a minute or so on hitting level 6.
Really good.
Executed well with Fnatic, so they get the kill and they get out alive. And that was all, well, so much focus was in the bottom lane. So pulling a little bit of a surprise there, managing to get Fnatic back into the game.
The issue Fnatic have now is Vi will take the 6. And I've just mentioned Oscar being in trouble with the level 6, but it's also Humanoid. So Fnatic are in the situation where both solo lanes can't push, they want to push, and bot lane's losing. So BDS can start starting up these neutral objectives. Shio, the rocket as well. Is it enough damage?
That's so much damage!
Oh, the level up!
Needs to use his level 6, the slide, the glide!
Oh, clean.
Luke won't be able to get in range for the Empress Divide, but the flash keeps Razork alive.
Really clean from Razork. As much as trouble as he was in, he manages to react fast enough with the kick, but now it could be Humanoid that's in trouble. No flash. Nuke, does he have the E? Does he have the shuffle?
There's it available, waiting for it. Looking at Lebrov, just waiting in the wings. Flash available to him as well.
Oh, the route, he was just about to press E there, Nuke,
So
you could tell
good.
by his positioning. Now you can see the pings from Humanoid pinging up towards this Herald. 10 seconds on the spawn, no vision bot side. Looks like he might want to start that one up. Razork's moving up as well.
And we still see this consistent approach from BDS. They are being very fluid. I think Lebrov in particular has spent a lot of time.
His champ can work pretty well with low econ. You know, he's a Wukong. He's just going to go in and knock them up, and then hopefully Crowny can do the rest. Whereas Oscar needs a lot of gold, and he has it. So Fnatic are setting up around it, trying to pressure this bot tower, trying to pressure this Drake in a minute's time. They're 5-manning bots right here, and Nuke has TP.
BDS are aware of this one, got the numbers advantage. Adam's actually going to pull the trigger first. Cyclone and Lebrov stepping forward, looking for the power fist, lands at rocket grab backwards, and Oscar's taken down. The second of the game. Nuke continues to apply pressure in the top. He has TP if needed. Fnatic, they committed a lot of resources and ultimately get punished.
This is really awkward for Fnatic. Humanoid has the TP top to defend it, and they can't pressure this bot plate, this bot tower. So you can see how simple it is for BDS. One knock up onto the Jace, you can just follow up so easily and get the kill. Fnatic just a little bit too slow to respond.
Turret plating will fall.
It just means that BDS extend that gold lead. You know, coming into the game, if I were to be honest, fighting power, but they've just been cheeky. They found themselves an opportunity here,
Another one, maybe.
comboing all of that long range to
Nice.
find themselves another kill. Not quite the traditional Fnatic push we used to, but it worked out.
Yeah, we're going to see that one again because it was just so good by the jungle support of Fnatic. Manages to, I mean, you can see they're grouped up. The second one binding lands. You've got the Jace QE, you've got the Katen ult, and down goes the monkey. Good picks by Fnatic. The Lux can function as a pick champion, and then they're using it pretty well, playing over vision, jungle support, grouping up together, and you can see the consequences of that is the vision they can place on towards this top side. All of the top side is just warded for Fnatic, and vice versa. BDS will start putting wards of their own down towards the bot side.
And the observers just highlighted it. We saw how limited the setups, right? Because BDS have got a small advantage on the Rift. There's great vision around this top half for Fnatic, but with 2 minutes till Dragon, stepping into the Flame Chopper, stepping into the Blitzcrank is very scary. Right now, it's Shio that's going to be jumped on. Once again, Fnatic looking to find themselves yet another pick. And I think they might just about do it. Shio manages to stay alive. Sidesteps the shot up with the engage. From Nuke comes forward. He's got no Emperor's Divide. Advian not going to find the connection on that life binding, and Lebrov got flash. Will blast going forward. Razork down below 50. The rocket grab pulls Oscar back, and it's Crowny that gets excited. He's running away, he's forward. Lebrov is looking for it, trying to. Rocket grabs in cooldown just a second. Crowny flashes, zaps, not gonna find his targets.
Just about survives. Razork with the blue jungle smite gets the move speed in the bushes so he can escape. I think that could have gone a lot worse there for Fnatic, but a big misplay from Razork and Oscar. I think they both missed their cues when the King Flash came in. Could have been a big shutdown over to Fnatic, so that backfires. Now Humanoid might be the one in trouble.
Well, Shio's going to start the fight. Backup's coming from Adam. Teleport's coming from Nuke as well. But the damage from Humanoid is a lot. Room President inside the
Hex Flash coming out.
Hex Flash coming out. Lebrov gets over the wall, but will be taken down. Multiple members of Fnatic chasing. Nuke drops the Sunders down. Emperor's Divide pushes Humanoid and Razork backwards, but here comes Adam. Spinning to win. Knocks up Oscar in, and Advian is running for his life. Reckless was stuck inside the jungle, unable to fight, unable to impact it. And BDS get the Dragon
They're going so deep, aren't they? Razork and Humanoid, they get the kill onto Lebrov. I thought they were going to back off afterwards, but then they're trying to threaten the dive onto Nuke under the tower, so he just pushes him back into his team. In comes the Jinx, gets one reset, and that's it. There's no chance for Fnatic to fight. They don't have any frontline. So the second the Jinx gets one kill, is that going to be Baron as well? For BDS, 5 seconds on Razork. Lebrov's on the way. I think that might just be Nash as well.
They're starting this one off. Adam's already inside the pit. Okay, Advian's got final spark. Reckless has got that ace in the hole, but this is going to be
TP's
copium
coming
at its
in.
best.
TP's coming in. Is that a double TP as well? Looks like it's just Humanoid right now. There's the second.
Do Fnatic start the fight?
Getting burned through 3K. They have to fight. If they lose this and they get out, it's over.
Baron is now secured. BDS trying to escape. That's all of a sudden the rocket grab lands onto Humanoid, taken down. They've got Baron. They've got themselves a kill already. They've got their second kill to boot. Oscar and Humanoid are taken out. And BDS are continuing the chase. They get Baron, they get two teleports as well, and they turn their attention back into pushing.
And they don't have to base, they can just keep going here, BDS. They don't have to recall. There's death timers on Fnatic. Solo lanes are down, keep pushing, take this top tier 2. Mid tower is extremely low, so that'll be an easy pickup. It's just a mess, isn't it?
It really is, and I have to say it. Caitlyn first pick, followed up by Lux in phase 2 of the draft. For Fnatic, it did not generate the advantages, and Labrov's a blitzcrank. 0, 2, and 9.
Oh, I stopped him.
Crowley's Jinx has been fantastic, and how hyphy BDS might be feeling.
Oh, hyphy indeed. Well, Ryze is always a fun champ to play when you're ahead or behind, because you can just get really creative with the Realm Warp. You know, you can just like 5-man ult to Nash and just rush it down randomly, look for picks on sides. We'll see how creative Fnatic can get. The poke champ there from Oscar really helping out in terms of chunking out BDS, but I think that they're just so far ahead that it doesn't really matter. But there's Reckless's Infinity Edge. This is kind of it. Now I think Reckless is just saying, let's just try and take a fight. I mean, he's an Iceman half down, so if Crowny's free hitting, it's as good as over. But they have got good single target CC. 50 seconds on Baron, so the game will slow down a little bit until BDS get that objective. They're going to set up and they're going to start it up. And then Fnatic are going to have to face check into a Vi Blitzcrank Wukong with no front line. That line of traps, yeah, I think if Fnatic crosses it,
yeah,
they're dead.
Yeah, I
and
think
they're
so
crossing
too.
it, Trevor.
They're in front of it, they're in front of it. Realm Warp is about to
okay, back behind the line, stay behind the line.
Labrov, Rocket Grab, I think was on cooldown there. Also, stopwatch is available for Nuke. Razork is going to use that stopwatch for time, but Crowny is dominating. He gets excited. There's at least one kill back from Fnatic, but at the cost of everything. Nuke uses that stopwatch himself, and that's another kill. Two for Reckless, 2 for 2. They managed to win that fight. Much to my surprise, but Adam is continuing to apply pressure here in that middle lane.
Oh, I thought Labrov was going to go for a hook onto the Ryze there. That's huge for Fnatic. They managed to take down 2 for 2. They've taken out the mid jungle. That stops the siege with the Baron. 2.6k gold in Crowny's inventory. But yeah, nice kick from Razork. So let's look at Crowny's reaction time, because that's where he's looking. Razork's going to Q, ward jump, kick flash. Gets the ward jump, goes to the kick flash, but then boom, his target's gone. Luckily, Shio Q's right behind him, so he can kick him instead. And then the single target damage layer up. Binding, the Ryze root, everything lands, the traps. Shio can't really move. Turns into a 1-for-1. Nuke goes really deep here. People can flash check into this. They have flashes on their carries, but I think they ideally want to stall for this Elder Dragon in 3 minutes. But can they end on this Baron? I think BDS might be able to. So Fnatic are going to go for the fight. Labrov's invested the flash already. Hasn't found anything. Razork.
Oh,
Razork.
Low. It's low.
Can he steal it?
Where's Adam? Adam can look for the flank. Baron's been stopped.
It's a flip.
He's trying to get some flip. It's picked up. BDS get the Baron. Humanoid will at least run down Adam, but he's got caught by the Cyclone. The rest of Fnatic are forced away.
Oh, no.
They're running to the middle lane. Losing Humanoid is huge. Losing Razork is worse. And it's now Baron empowered minions. 3 versus 5. They need another miracle hold.
30 seconds they have to hold on for Razork. Waves coming in. Cannon Wave and BDS. I think they can just end the game here. We'll see if they can make a last stand here, Fnatic, but I don't think they can. Nuke's going to TP back in, and he does with the Rabadons.
Oh, imagine if it wasn't 11,000 gold down. Imagine if that early game laning phase didn't go the way that it did. Fnatic put up a staunch defense in the last 10 minutes, but ultimately have been bullied and beaten, and BDS have been in control. The Nexus turrets are falling. It took 3 Barons. It took an Infernal Soul. And BDS will look to take down Fnatic. Rocket for just one more frag. BDS pick up their 3rd win of spring.
Great game from BDS. They were very patient. A couple of fights there didn't go the way they might have wanted to on the top siege specifically. But yeah, another win for them. Since 3 wins already, 4 games. They should be pushing themselves into that top 8, keeping their form from last split. But Fnatic, everything just fell apart again. Unlucky death on the top side with the recall for Oscar, level 1 dying on bot side. Things like this just... when you're playing a comp like that, just really chip away at your win conditions.
Yeah, and I mean, for BDS, they've taken down Mad Lions, they've taken down Heretics, the 2 teams around them. They're now taking down Fnatic. The only team they lost to was SK. We're playing in our next game, SK versus Vitality, both teams undefeated. It's making this top of the table, those top 4 seeds, the Pool 1 and Pool 2, way more interesting.
It is.
Obviously, if you have just joined us, members of Fnatic were feeling unwell, so they did play from their facilities along with BDS. We hope they have a speedy recovery. That's why you can see our lovely league officials here clearing the teddy bears off the stage. With BDS, another good win. BDS, one of the surprise hits here, 2023.
Yeah, definitely. Astralis, BDS, SK, all of them have turned it around this year. Very stark contrast to last year where they were basically guaranteed bottom 3. So it's Fnatic struggling, it's XL struggling. Heretics have found a win. See if they can get back into it.
Let me quickly read you the player of the game nominees at LEC on Twitter, Shio, Crowny, and...
You're gonna make it, dude. Come on. Work with me here. Work with me. We're nearly there. We're nearly there. Come on, let's go. Oh, Trev. Help.
Mark, you've done too much, dude. What can I get you?
Get me that.
Even the biggest champ needs a break.
Are you guys being weird again?
Dives onto upset. Heal comes out from Kaiser. And should be enough to walk away, but Exekick wants more of this. The wild growth being used as well. Upset flashes away. Culling for upset hits onto DOS. Exekick dodging to the side. The bullets raining down, but Bo is here, flashes forward, and cease and desist will lock Exekick up. Now, can you get away from this one? Whimsy, the shields, the help picks, everything keeps Exekick alive. And this is the reason you have to put this SK bot lane behind.
Wow, the ultimate from Exekick doing a lot of work there. Great awareness from Exekick. Upset just ran out of mana. There was no way for him to really fight back at the end. And fully committing into that 2 versus 2. DOS wasn't even able to use the Ignite. Had he gotten it down, they might have been able to secure a kill, but at the very least, they'll force all those.
For SK, Bo dashing in, Upset doing the same, but the heal and the flash for Irrelevant will keep him safe.
Really good response once again from SK. Bo looking for the steal.
You can just steal it. You can just walk in. The Cyclone going down. Bo still very healthy. Flashes away as Exekick was coming in from the flank. The Bolt breaker backing, and Bo gets it. Goes in with a cease and desist. Stops his own life, but still secures the dragon for SK and after SK for Vitality. And after SK found the pick, you thought it was all done. They would get that dragon, but once again, Vitality's tenacity just too difficult to handle.
The bright side for SK is they were able to pick up a number of kills. They've been able to close the goal gap ever so slightly, but that win condition of the Infernal Soul is now something that SK have to worry about, because the next one's going to spawn when Baron is up, and the amount of control that Vitality is going to have over those 2 objectives is going to be lethal.
And the issue is you don't just have to worry about it in 5 minutes. Because if you secured that Drake, you then have to worry about it in 10 minutes, and then in 15 minutes, and then in 20 minutes. Even if you are able to control the entire map, DOS just, he just gets slapped. Imagine if he had a real weapon. Photon going for a little bit more though. Marcoon's on the way, and now the TP coming in. Photon does still have the flash, lands the Counter-Strike stun, and then dashes and jumps away. And you just can't lock him down. TP's down to the bot lane now. Got the TP out of Certus, and with the wave pushing in, he should be able to take this tower.
That's brilliant, because now there's no one to actually answer him. He's got a wave right behind him. He should be able to secure this objective. Now they're threatening mid. No ultimate available for Bo, though, so they're not going to threaten the dive onto Exekick, but just, I thought it was over-aggressive from Photon. He's played super aggressive this whole game. That mid-dive was inherently his mistake. You could understand the idea. Chunk Irrelevant out and then disengage.
Next
but
Drake up in 2.5 minutes as well. And SK were able to find a few picks, a few catches in the mid-game, but not able to get too much more. Miasma going down. Ultra later from Exekick as well. The Petrifying Gaze lands. Perks, though, still low to the Cyclone. And the Crushing Blow enough to end his life. But Charm, Kaiser flashes it. Irrelevant still looking for a little bit more. Bo channeling up the Vault Breaker. 5 members strong. SK able to find another pick in the mid lane.
So I will say we're seeing a lot of individual mistakes from Vitality right now. I think that they feel that they're in a really strong position, and they are getting punished well by SK. Marcoon, just great awareness to recognize you're not allowed to do this, Perks. You can't just clear a ward in my face. I'm a Wukong, and Exekick is right behind me. Did, of course, cost him.
It's been slim pickings for the Dinosaur. Bo burns flash.
That was a misclick. He even emotes.
It's a very angry monkey.
That could hurt Vitality. Bo's locked down.
It's Elder as well.
Oh wait, Elder is just up. I've completely ignored the fact that this was spawning right now. Vitality have full control over the river.
No Aquaprism as well. You've got a window here, SK, if you want to go in. 10,000 HP on it. TP's coming in, but a little bit late. Vitality turn off the Elder for a second. The Miasma from Perks, the Petrifying Gaze. They're going to try and burst it down. Irrelevant trying to get in here as well. Marcoon goes on to Perks. Lightning Crash going down as well. The Elder's secured for Vitality, and Marcoon's already low, and he will die to the Space Lasers. Next up, the Nexus itself. Elder falls off, but now it's a 5v4 in favor of Vitality, looking to continue their undefeated streak. With Upset at the helm, it seems like they can do no wrong. And Marcoon feels the full brunt of the fist of Vitality as they go 4-0.
definitely a couple of individual mistakes from the side of Vitality. We saw Photon being a little over aggressive. We saw the same thing from Perks. And I think that Elder was a little closer than it should have been. I did get word from production that the Smite actually went down onto the Casio, so I did end up missing that during the fight.
Oh, wait, say something. Say something.
Yeah.
I can't hear.
I can't hear him as well.
I need it also 10% higher.
I'm not speaking, bro.
Hi, something.
Kaiser?
Hey. Okay, I will do like this.
Oh, flash chase. Irrelevant doesn't have flash, remember, it doesn't have Mega Gnar. He's going to try and dodge away from this one, but Photon with a second leap strike. Sticky situation. Irrelevant though, it's under control. Photon's going to chase him out, lands the stun, and Irrelevant already down to half HP. Turns it around onto Photon, there's the wall up into the Gnar, into the wall, and there's Photon! Absolutely atomized! And Marcoon feels the full brunt of the fist of Vitality as they go 4-0.
But the solution is clear. From all of the research we've conducted, through my own personal experience, ban Draven. Right? Right, people? Exactly. Thank you so much for listening. I hope, Koi, take off the headset. You're going to want to ban the Draven. All right, cool. We're going to send it over to the casters to break us into the game.
You know what, Betty? I don't think that's stunned up, locked up, and those turrets start to do a lot of work. Trimby. Oh, the grenade just short from Mickey. Trimby pops out a gleaming quill and will heal up a little bit. Maoran could look for a little bit more. There's the 6. Maoran going on to Mickey. Mickey flashes away already. Trimby's down. They kick Hansama. Maoran stunned up, and Hansama and Mickey going to turn it around. Oh, Koi, absolute disaster in the bottom lane. They tried to make the play happen. Maoran didn't even get a chance to use his ultimate. And Hansama now 2-0.
You can see the observers trying to show us that Larssen was making his way towards the bot lane. It was interrupted by Caps. Koi thought that they could create a 4 versus 2 in the bot lane, but instead, in the 2 versus 3, G2's bot lane walk away the victors.
Below, dashing and dancing and weaving his way around. Hansama will fall, the Ike has to flash away, and Koi are winning the fight. They find one, Trimby answered, Broken Blade low, Killer Instinct in by comp immediately onto Broken Blade, and he'll get him as well. The Gnar into the wall as Mickey falls. Caps, the last man standing in the fight, at least Yike trying to do what he can to come in, but Maoran keeps back into it. A double for Koi. They get the Drake, they get the fight, and they get everything that they desire.
An incredibly well played fight from Koi, and a lot of the credit needs to go to Trimby. At the very start of the fight, it looked like that he was caught out. Mickey even committed the ultimate to trying to zone his engage away, but he finds a way onto Hansama. He locks him down and
struggle to deal with the Gnar. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Larssen looking for the rapid fire cannon. Cease and desist going in onto comp, but Yike is so deep here. The rest of his team nowhere to be found, it seems. Yike already down. Trimby dashing away from the seismic shove. Shigenda can join the fray from the top side as well. And Trimby gets in with a charm once again, sacrificing himself for the good of the team. Shigenda will tank this to make sure that Maoran can get away. The tower falls. And now with the Destiny in, Larssen's looking for a little bit more. The cleanse away from Hansama. Koi continue to advance. Oh, Shigenda. First misstep he's made this game. It feels wild cards will send Mickey to his maker as Koi look for the win.
Look at this. Comp yet to die this game, and with the Nexus in their eyes, Koi is looking to get a big upset win over G2.
Koi go from awful to amazing in the course of a week. It seems Hansana stunned up. Koi may have to back away. G2 continue to fight even at death's door, but after last week's performance, I thought the regular season Koi had trying to trade onto Comp, but Comp wins these, I'm afraid. Yike. Try as you might, you can't take down the Kaiser. Underkilled and undefeated today, it seems. Red card for Larssen. It's his best Reggie cosplay. Pops the stopwatch, getting gold. Something Reggie hasn't done for a long time. gold card coming in as well as Broken Blade chased out by Larson down towards the bottom side. Hansama finds some solace in the fountain, but all he'll be sipping is tears of defeat as Comp takes the Nexus and Koi take the win.
A big win for Koi and a much-needed performance from the organization. A team that, right now, you never really know what you're going to get. We see some lows, but today was a high.
Koi is like a box of chocolates, Fetty. You never know what you're going to get.
But today they looked great all across the board. Jagenda really just building a massive advantage in the top lane 1v1. Trimby continuing his impressive record with the Rakan, finding great engages, and then Comp did not die this game.
Yep.
Just all across the board. Koi looking good and G2 faltering. And really, I do feel like this was a matter of...
I always do like okay. I feel like he had like one really good game and best of 5 against me last time, but I always feel okay actually. Every EU top laner, like we're all the same. We just chill and hope for the best.
All the top laners are chilling. Are you chilling about the rest of this weekend?
We play SK. They lost today, so it's okay. And Fnatic, it's okay.
You're chilling. Are you chilling about Fnatic?
I think so.
All right. Oh, SK, they did take a loss today, but Irrelevant's another top laner. He's been getting a lot of flowers recently. What's your approach to that matchup?
It's just
chilling.
We'll pick not that heavy resource champ probably. Hope better bot wins. Usually how it goes. So that's my take on top lane. Yeah.
You're confident you don't need the resource. You're just going to do the job you need to do.
Mallory will come, give me a little lead, and then I just take it from there. It's like pretty nice.
Yeah, we take those.
Yes.
We do take those, and we do take things